I'm Jessica, and today I'd like to talk about how to neatly organize a closet full of skirts. I got this idea from a friend of mine who I won't name in this video, but you know who you are, and she had a great question for me. It was this: the skirts and clothing I have is over the top, literally. I don't know where to begin. I have way too much. I used to be able to keep a minimum of clothes and outfits, and I had a limit of 10. Now, I honestly don't even know how to work that anymore. I counted last night, and I have over 30 skirts, and the shirts I have are even more. Most are from a church store, and they were only $1 or 50 cents. They are in good shape for being used, so that was my reason. Plus, I was thinking I'd never be able to get skirts that cheap again. So my question is, how do you do it when you set your closet up? This is a really, really great question. And I thought that instead of sending her an email, which would take me a long time to write down everything and try to explain it, I would just make a video, and then not only she could benefit from that, but all of you could benefit from it as well. So let's get into this how to neatly organize a closet full of skirts video. All right, the first thing you need to do, step 1, is decide on 2 things. Number 1, you're going to want to decide on your method of organizing. And number 2, you're going to want to set a limit. So let's go to the method of organizing. There are different methods that you can use to organize your clothes. There is the seasonal method. So for example, you have a set of clothes that is for warmer weather, spring and summer. And then you have another set of clothes that is for colder weather, fall and winter. So while it's spring and summer, you're going to have your fall and winter clothes in a storage bin. And while it's fall and winter, you're going to have your spring and summer clothes in the storage bin. So you're going to be switching them out like that. Then there is the year-long method, which is the one I use, to where you just have all the clothes that you're going to wear all year long continually in your closet. And this is generally a more versatile type of wardrobe. However, you can still keep some things in storage that you don't want to get rid of because you think, oh, I might need this in the future. And so you will put those things in storage. And another method is to have a year-long set of clothes in your closet and no storage. That's the most minimalistic method of the three options. So you're going to want to decide how you want to do it. For the options that include a storage bin, all you really need is one of those, I don't even know how many gallons they are. I'm going to say 50 gallon. I'm just taking a guess. Those storage bins made out of plastic that you can get at Walmart for like $5 or something. And that's something that you can easily store in your closet or maybe in your garage if you have one. So it won't be a big deal. All right, so you're going to want to decide on your method that you want to use. And then the next thing you want to do is set yourself a limit. Are you going to have 10 sets of clothes that you will have out at a time? So you might have 10 sets of clothes for warmer weather that you have out in your closet. And the other 10 sets of clothes for the cooler weather are in the storage bin. If you do the year-long method with storage, then you're going to have 10 sets of clothes in your closet that you normally use. But then you're going to have another 10 sets in your storage bin that if something wears out, you can grab from that. But you're setting a limit so that you're not going overboard on how much you have, because you don't want to fall into the trap of having so many things that you like, and then in order to accommodate the things that you want, you buy more boxes. You really have to limit yourself to what you can fit in that storage bin. And it might be more than 10 sets of clothes, but I'm just going to say 10 for example. However, it doesn't need to be 10. You can pick any other number that you would like. It could be, let's say if you have the year-long closet with no storage, well, maybe you want to settle on a number between 10 and 20 sets of clothes. And by sets, I mean a skirt and a blouse, a matching skirt and blouse, or a dress with a matching sweater or shrug that goes with it. So if you're going to have the year-long, more minimalistic approach, maybe you want to stretch out the amount of sets that you have to a greater amount, though you don't have to, because in that case, you're having nothing in storage. However, it can be any amount you want. It could be, I just want 5 sets of clothes, and I will wash my clothes once during the week, and that way I will have enough for the whole week, 5 sets. Or you might want to have 7 sets of clothes, 1 for each day of the week. Or maybe 10 is a great number for you. That way you don't have to, go through all your clothes one time each throughout the whole entire week. That way it's a little bit more versatile. So that's up to you. You're really going to have to make that choice based upon the size of your closet, the size of your storage bin, and once you come to that decision, then you move on to the next step. All right, so looking at my notes here. Okay, if you use the year-long method, like I do, the way I make that versatile for the whole year, instead of having to have a certain set of clothes for the warmer months and a certain set for the colder months, what I do is I choose clothes that I can make cooler for the hot months by subtracting something. Like, okay, I don't have to wear long leggings with this skirt. I can just wear biker shorts underneath, and that makes it much cooler for the summer. Whereas in the winter, in order to make this skirt warmer for myself, I'd wear long leggings that go all the way to the ankle plus boots. Right? So I'm not changing the outfit. I'm not changing the skirt. I'm just changing how I wear it. And the same goes for the blouse. I might have a blouse that during the summer, maybe I don't need to wear something like this underneath it. And it's very cool for the summer. But in the winter, I can add on another layer, or I can add on a sweater, and it's perfect for that season too. That's usually the method that I choose. So you just go ahead and you decide what method you want to use. Okay. Step 2 in organizing neatly your closet full of skirts. So next you want to decide on what factors mean the most to you when eliminating options. Okay? And I'll tell you what I mean. Here are some ideas. You might want to consider versatility. For example, ask yourself these questions. How many blouses can this skirt be paired with? I mean, this is a very practical question. You might have one skirt that goes great with only one blouse. You can't wear it with any other shirts. How versatile is that? How much use are you practically, realistically going to get out of that skirt? You might prefer to choose a skirt that can go with various blouses for versatility purposes. Another question you might ask yourself is, can I wear this for both informal and formal purposes? So sometimes you can have a basic denim skirt that you can wear out in the yard while you're doing yard work, or you can dress it up with some cute boots and a cute blouse, and you can go wear that to church or some other kind of get together, and it looks great either way or both ways. So something like that to me would be preferable because I can just get more use out of it. Another question to ask is, can I wear this over the course of the year or only during a certain season? And we already talked about that. For me, I like to have something that I can wear any time of year. I just make slight changes to how I wear it. But, if you want to do the seasonal method, that's fine too. Okay, so here's another factor you might want to consider when eliminating options. Number 2 is durability. Will this type of fabric wear well? You don't want to choose something that is so lacy and cute and fragile that it's going to rip the next day. You want something that's going to last while you're doing chores around the house, you're working in the yard, and you're just doing other normal things like sitting around too. You just want something that can be that can just wear well during all the things you're going to be wearing this skirt, you know. Anyways, so number 3, when eliminating options, another factor to consider is modesty. Some things you will want to think about are the tightness. If it's too tight for you, it's not modest. The clinginess of it. If it's too clingy, it's not modest. The length of it. You might love something, but it's really too short to be practical, and it's not going to work well as you're just going through the motions of living out your day. And the color. I found that light fabrics can be see-through when the light shines on you from behind, and that's not really something that you want. So darker denim fabrics work well, and even just regular, you know, even if they're not denim, if they're darker, it tends to work out a lot better. And also you want to think about the thickness of the fabric. Really thin fabric, even if it is dark, can still be seen through when the light shows on you from behind, but thicker fabric won't have that problem. So you want to consider all of those things to ask yourself how modest this piece of clothing is. And then when you're trying to decide on what's most important to you when eliminating options, the last thing is likability. Does this look good on me? Is it becoming for my body type? Do I even like this? Would I really wear this? You know, so some things you really, really like, but does it look that good on you? Like, I've had a few of those things in the past where I really, really liked it. I thought it looked so cute, but it didn't look as good on me when I wore it as when it was hanging up in my closet. So you really want to consider that. And then another question to ask is, does my husband like this? You know, if I like it, but my husband thinks it's ugly, then it needs to go. You know, I want to wear something that makes me look good for him too. Okay, so far we've talked about step 1, decide on your method of organizing and set a limit of how many sets you're going to have. Step 2, decide on what factors mean the most to you when eliminating options, and this can include things like versatility, durability, modesty, and likability. And then step 3 is deciding how you will arrange these clothes in your closet. Now, I have a tiny closet. Well, I shouldn't say I have a tiny closet. I have a closet that I share with other people. I share it with my husband, and I share it with my 2-year-old. So even though the closet itself isn't tiny, the amount of room I have in the closet is not that much. So right then and there, I have a limit. I have a limitation to how much clothes I have and how I can set that up. Some of you may have larger closets, but you know, do you really need to buy that many clothes to fill up that space? You know, that's a choice that you will have to make. The way I organize my clothes in my small closet is I put the skirts, no, first I have the blouses. I have the shirts with the shirts. And then I have the skirts. And then after that, I have the dresses. And then after that, I have the maternity, which I'm not currently wearing. If I was wearing the maternity clothes, I would put all my other skirts to the back and put my maternity in the front. And then at the very, very back, I have my sweaters and then my jackets. That is the way I'm currently organizing my closet. I used to, not very long ago, I used to organize my closet by setting everything up into pairs. I would pair a blouse with the skirt, and I would pair another blouse with the skirt until I had, I believe it was 8 sets. And I really liked that method. It was super easy. Why did I stop doing that? I don't know. I think I just got some new skirts that matched several shirts. And I was like, well, okay, this matches several things now. So I think that's when I changed my method of doing it. So what you can do is you can just keep it the way, like I have it, you know, shirts with shirts, skirts with skirts. Or you can continue to do the pairing method to where you have a skirt with its matching shirt, but if it has several matches, you just put also all of those matches with that skirt. And that could work too. It's really all up to you, to what's easiest for you. Okay, and sometimes what you can do is if you want to do the pairing method, you can pair that skirt with that skirt. And instead of having the second shirt or the third shirt that also matches that skirt with it, you can simply keep the second or the third shirt at the back of everything as another option for when you feel like it. So you'll have your blouse and your skirt, and your blouse and your skirt, and your blouse and your skirt. And then all the other options, you just leave them in the back. And if you do it this way too, you don't really have to have that many skirts. You could have 10 shirts, but only 5 skirts, right? And you can have 5 sets of clothing and keep your other 5 shirts at the back. Or, like I mentioned before, put the 2 shirts with the 1 skirt, 2 shirts with the 1 skirt. And if you have dresses, you'll want to put the sweater with the dress that it goes with. Okay, let me see. Basically, that's as far as I've come in thinking about options on how to arrange them in your closet. However, if you have any other ideas, and I'm talking to everybody here who's watching this video, if you have any other ideas, I'm going to leave the comment section for this video open, because it's just one of those videos to where you want to hear practical ideas from everybody. So I'm going to leave the comment section open. You leave your practical idea in the comment section below on how you found the best way to organize your closet. Or anything that we've talked about in this video, so that we can all just look at this video, go through the comments, and find great ideas from all of you. So to the lady who sent me this email, thank you so much for sending me your message. I always love hearing from you, and I had a lot of fun putting this video together. I hope some of my ideas were helpful to you, and I can't wait to hear back from you on if they end up working. All right, that's it for today. I'll see you all later. Bye.